What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Hopefully the audio is good. Hopefully the audio is good. About to be getting into this one. Shout out to the people that are already in the building. Appreciate each and every one of you. You already know the deal. You know the routine. Make sure you hit the like button before we even get things started. Whether you're catching it live or you're catching it after it's uploaded. I went over to This is Fight Club. Been telling y'all I'm gonna go over there for a minute. It's funny. It's not as much overlap as I thought between the two audiences, because Paul Gain don't even know what it is. Says, I don't know what Fight Club is, but if they kick my guy off, I know they are some busters. Nah, they cool over there. I'll talk about it. But no, it's all good. It's all good. But definitely going to be getting into that because a number of topics came up. So it's going to be basically a reaction video, so to speak, a reaction video to what went down over there. Just be reacting to that, giving my thoughts on that, because it's a lot of it's a negocracy over there. All right. It's a negrocracy over there, and sometimes you can't always get your word in because it's chaos in the negrocracy. Did I say that right? Negocracy. I think I said it right. But anyway, there's a lot of chaos over there. So you can't always get your words out. But we're gonna be getting into it, breaking it down, covering a number of topics. So let's get ready to go. Let's strap on in. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
I be bobbing my head as if y'all could hear that. Anyway, what's up? What's going on? Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on through. Gun Streets in the building. Shout out to the early bird squad. Those are making it in bright and early before we even get things started. Gun Streets in the building says not gonna lie, that was funny. Yeah, it was funny. I had a great time. We'll be going back. It'd be on late as hell. But I will be going back. But Gun Streets in the building says, don't worry though, that's how it goes over there. Their audience can pay to basically time people out. Yes, they got the bounty system where I don't know for sure. Somebody was shouting me out in the chat room saying Bernard Riley created the bounty system. If I created it, they perfected it. Because I had a bounty to get people off the panel, particularly J Speed. But but they got it to where it's a bounty to get somebody back on. Somebody could kick somebody off. They for $20 or whatever. They gone for I don't know 20 minutes or so, and then somebody could pay 20 minutes to get them back on. I think 50 minutes get you off for like an hour. I mean, $50 get you off for like an hour. Somebody could pay $100 to get him back on. Now he back on and got a $50 credit, which means somebody got to, go above that 50 to get him off. They perfected the bounty system. They did. So it's some people say I created it. I don't know for sure. I just know I had a bounty system. And I sort of quit doing, well, kind of quit doing it. I ain't about to get into that. But like somebody shouted out in the chat room, they said I created it, but either way it goes, they perfected it over there. Even if I'm the one that started it with J Speed. But either way it goes, I mean, I don't know for sure, because maybe they was doing it over there before me. But there was people in the chat room that said I created it. But shout out to Paul Game. He said they some busters. No. They cool. They cool over there. They cool over there. LB Crypto in the building. Thank you for acknowledging that. He says happy birthday to Saint Kevin R.I.P. I'm bad at keeping up with birthdays for people who are actually alive. People who are still yet alive, I can't keep up with their birthdays that well. So there's no way I would have knew that it was Kevin Samuel's birthday. And I think there will be a live stream over there. Don't panic or go crazy. He's not back from the dead, but it will be a live stream on Kevin Samuel's channel. As I understand it, it's going to be like a Kevin Samuel's tribute show where I guess people come up and, say how Kevin Samuels, touched or inspired them in any way, shape, or form. I think it's going to be something like that. Don't quote me on it, but it will be something going live over there at, I think, about 9 p.m. EST. About 9 p.m. EST. Azrael the Daywalker in the building, says Bernard. I told you not to go on Threat Minstrel Show. Jeez, you called it that much? You called it that? I wouldn't go there. Domino King says B1. Okay. All right. The Mac the Trucker in the building, just shouting out to early birds, says you survived, Bernard. Now, listen, my show, even though, shows have ups and downs and waves and dips, but my show was Fight Club before Fight Club. I just didn't make Negroes cam up. But my show was Fight Club before Fight Club. That kind of died down. So they kind of, I think they recaptured part of the magic of, I like what they got going on over there. Gun Street says salute to Fight Club. But no, it was definitely a moment when, it was going down like Fight Club. Put it like this. It started with the Sunday Rumble. Let's pay it proper homage. The Sunday Rumble was where it started. It was a moment when that Sunday Rumble was absolutely great with O'Shea. When O'Shea, before he started doing the celebrity junk, he was doing panels. He had the Sunday Rumble. Sunday Rumble was all the way live. It turned into a bunch of fuckery, but it was a moment where it was a good topic. He brings somebody on for a one-on-one. They give their opinion. They lay it out there. And then he opened the panel and chaos ensues. But it was passionate debate on the topics mixed with maybe 15% insulting each other. It was a perfect balance. And then it turned into like 85% insulting each other's and 15% topic. And then that's when I think he knew he had to move on, because it was just the cesspool of too much fuckery. And that's when he kind of changed it up. And that's the balance I like 80-20 on the, we having passionate debate about the topic. Actually, I like 90-10 passionate debate about the topic. But if two people want to just go at each other a little bit, okay, I'll let them have it out a little bit. But then we gotta get the ship, we gotta get the train back on the tracks. But shout out to Charles Merchant. Shout out to Azrael, first of his name. Shout out to, why is my shit loading? Moving funny. Shout out to Osama Abdul. He says, BR, is this live? LOL, messing with you. Hey, cut it out. He says, you went on Fight Club. I'll check it out. Well, no. I'm about to, yes, go check it out. But I'm gonna play the clip. I'm gonna play the clip of when I was on there. I want to get that pulled up. Actually, let me pull that up. Kind of right now-ish. Let me pull that up. Kind of right now-ish. Get that pulled up while I still shout out a few more people. I like to get all the early shout outs done early. Patriarchy says, when they turned it into an auction block, it ruined it. I was the king of Fight Club. See, I didn't even know about Fight Club back when you was on there. It was a whole sector being created that I think spawned from Lapeef, Anton, then Fight Club. It's like a whole sector over there I don't know nothing about. Like I'm late to the party. But no, I don't think they ruined it with that. Hell, I got kicked off and I had people paying money to get me back on. And I was new over there. So yeah, if somebody just kick you off indefinitely, that's one thing. But if you got support, then you get back on there. It's part of the game. That was all good. But Azrael says they don't even talk about the topic. They just crack jokes on each other and act ratchet. I disagree. It's saying I haven't watched it enough to find out what the exact balance is, but there's a balance between just talking shit to each other versus arguing passionately about the topic. It's a balance in there somewhere. I don't know if it's 50-50. I don't know if it's 60 topic, 40 talking shit, 70 topic, 30 talking shit. I'm not saying you just hating, but that's typically what people do when they try to hate. People try to say that about my show. Oh, it's just all fuckery over there. No, it's not. No, it's not. We talk about the topic and we debate the issues and we have good, passionate debate. We can put it like this: you can have a serious discussion in a you can have a serious discussion about something entertaining and outrageous, or you could have an entertaining and outrageous discussion about something serious. And we do a balance of that, and I think they do that too. So no. I'm not gonna slander them up with nothing like that. But shout out to everybody. You said they was hating. Yeah, they was hating hard on the jacket. All right, let me get into it. Let me pull up the clip. But Andre in the building with the $5 super chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to who else we got in here? We got somebody else in this joint. We got Tone Chambers 2003 in here dropping $2.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Mel Riley, shout out to you. Says finally caught alive. Shout out from Boston. Hopefully that ain't one of my cousins. but all right, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. Let me go ahead and get into it. Yeah, JC, they was hating on the jacket. As soon as I came up, they had something to say about the jacket. And the person that was paying the bounty to get me off, I didn't even realize this till I went back and watched it. It was because of the jacket. The hate for the jacket was that strong. The hate for the jacket was that strong that they had to kick me off. The hate for the jacket was that damn strong to where I had to go. They had to kick your boy off. They just couldn't. And then somebody paid. So they dropped like 20 to get me off. Then somebody paid 20 to get me back on. Then they dropped 20 to get me off again. Then somebody paid 20 to get me back on. Then somebody dropped 50 to get me off. And somebody in the chat room was saying they're gonna put up 150 to get me back on. But I was like, nah, I'm out. I'm out. But either way it go, it was all good. But I got it queued up. So let's get ready to go. Shout out to everybody in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Where we at? Oh, let's see. Let's get that. Hold up. That ain't right. There we go. Do I got it right? How I like? Nope, that ain't even how I like the shit to look. That ain't all the way right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, that's better. All right. All right. Let's get ready to go. My bad. I'm still dotting I's and crossing T's. I do apologize. I should have had everything ready to go, so it was just one click away. Should have had everything ready to go, so it was just one quick click away. I didn't have it quite ready, but all right. All right, let's get into it. Hopefully I got it set at the right spot, because they do 11-hour streams. They do 11-hour streams. I think they go on at like 12 and probably be done at 12. I think they do that every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. So yeah, definitely subscribe. Definitely subscribe to them. Let me make sure I got that set at the right spot. All right, where my headsets? All right, let's get ready to go. Sorry for that delay, y'all. I had to dot some I's and cross some T's. I didn't have everything quite ready to go, but I think we good.
A fraction of what she's asking for.
But why do you think she deserved it? She doesn't have his children.
All right, this chick was crazy, by the way. This chick was wild.
You should pay a little bit.
Get the fuck out of here. What is a little bit? Hold on, wait. Define a little bit.
A little bit, a fraction of what she's asking for.
But why do
He's talking about that Tiger Woods situation. They're talking about that Tiger Woods situation. And, you know, they was talking about whether or not Tiger should have to pay something. I mean, that's an obvious answer, all right? That's an obvious answer, but this chick is on there arguing, advocating, saying that that he should have to pay a fraction of what she's asking. All right, that's the argument. She's basically, for those that don't know, she was in a 5-year relationship with Tiger Woods. The relationship ended, and per some verbal agreement, some stuff that he said that I suspect during pillow talk, he said that yeah, he will do something for her even after they break up. Something, I don't know if it was something along the lines of her getting to live at that apartment, some type of not apartment, but house, some type of tenancy agreements where she would be able to stay there. And then basically he just cut it off like, nah, you just getting the hell up out of here. He broke it off. He had his people drive her to the airport. And then once she arrived there, they was like, okay, just so you know, we changed the locks. You can't come back. And he even had a lawyer show up to say anything that she felt was outstanding and need to be addressed. The lawyer would have signed the paperwork, right? You know, that they basically dropped her off at the airport with a plane ticket to get her the hell out of Dodge, and had lawyers there with paperwork. Tiger Woods did it the right way. He didn't want no more golf clubs to the head. He don't do breakups that well, so he was very indirect in a roundabout way. Got the chick the hell out of Dodge. She's saying that she's owed $30 million due to some verbal agreement that he said to her that she can't prove, that she was supposed to be able to stay there or something of the sorts for 5 years after they break up, and she's calculating that's the amount of rent it would be. That would be the cost of rent if he rented that place to somebody. She's saying she's basically owed that money. That's her argument. That's her argument with a straight face. And they're figuring out a way to legally finagle it. But if you go look at the case, her lawyers are basically getting their ass kicked in the courtroom. That's just all to it. Her lawyers are getting their ass kicked in the courtroom. But anyway, this chick on Fight Club advocating for she's supposed to get something, a fraction of that amount.
A little bit, a fraction of what she's asking for.
But why do you think she deserved it? She doesn't have his children. He let her stay there. She get clout just for being attached to his name. Like, what more do you want from me? Like, why do you think she deserves it?
Shout out to Aaron O. I think Anton is the one who started Fight Club. Anton Daniels, he started that. And, Anton got a lot going on. He handed it over to Aaron O. Aaron O, I think, runs and manages it. And he has his own channel. If y'all know the channel, drop it in the chat room. Shout out to Aaron O.
Perfect.
I don't know her, so she didn't get much clout. I didn't know who she was until this.
So
lawsuit.
she deserves clout.
She's advocating for that.
Let me see your point.
He's saying he gave her clout. I don't know her, so she's not as known as she could be.
Wow, that sisterhood is strong.
Sorry.
Sisterhood.
Okay, well, I just feel like he didn't give her that much, and he chose this bed when he let her move in for 6 years, and he should have been smarter with his money.
Now, I don't know what the hell when she's saying he chose this bed, and this this is one of the problems with a panel like this when you got 10 people up there. You can't really break people down like you want to because it just be too much cacophony. But She's saying that this is what I was trying to jump in and say this. I didn't get to this point, but I say it now. She's saying he knew what he chose when he got with her. Basically saying the mere act of a rich man getting with a woman and being with a woman for 5 years puts him in that position. Like she can't clearly say what he did wrong. So when you follow the logic all the way home, she's essentially saying that he was wrong for the simple act of putting bare minimum, you're my girlfriend, trust in her, and we're gonna stay together for 5 years. So like when you listen to them talk, like really listen to what they're saying. Now again, I'm gonna expose that she just advocating for a woman to win. but at the end of the day, when you listen to what them talk, when they just let it go in the stream of consciousness, they're basically telling you, do not trust women even when it comes to normal stuff. Like having a girlfriend that stay at your house used to be a normal thing to do. They're basically saying you knew what you signed up for. she's a woman. Shame on you for committing the act of trusting a woman. Like listen carefully when women be low-key saying that. They be saying that. They be basically making it plain and clear. And when I say trusting a woman, he didn't trust her with nothing other than she was just a live-in chick. That's it. He didn't sign no legally binding documents. She didn't have no papers on him. She's basically saying, don't let them stay around in your life for extended periods of time. That's basically what she's saying. Like, like they don't even realize they be lightweight advocating for a MGTOW lifestyle, a stick and move lifestyle. They're basically saying that, hey, I need to move that way. But if you move in any type of way where you keep us around, we gonna try to fuck you over. Like that's the message. That's the message in a bottle right there.
Or something is what you're saying.
She's advocating for that
because
like
that he owes her something. If he would have
advocated,
I have a question.
Hold on, real quick. She's advocating for that because she wants to live in a world to where if a woman gives a man pussy for X number of years, he owes her X number of dollars. That's all she's advocating for.
Yep.
There's no logic behind it.
Yep.
Do you agree to that? Okay, cool. She admitted it.
Yep.
Now she admitted that outright. Now give her props for admitting that outright. Normally they try to gaslight. See, I cut right through the bullshit. And I didn't even say it exactly right. But at the end of the day, yes, she's advocating for that if a man, especially if he has money, and that woman has sex with him for any period of time after the fact, for whatever contrived reason that the woman comes up with, that man should owe money after he's done being with her. After they're not having sex anymore, that man should have to pony up some money for some reason. It don't have to make sense. It don't have to be logical. She want vagina money, pussy payments after the fact. That's it. Like that's all her argument is. That's all their argument is. And it's funny how they can take those arguments all the way to the court of law and it not get thrown out. It's amazing that it doesn't just instantly get thrown out. Like, no, they actually consider it. They actually considered it. The courtroom is in there. Hold on, fix my mic a little bit. The courtroom is in there actually considering this. And then she's advocating for it through this in a really straightforward way that truly cuts through a lot of the bullshit. Like I'm cutting through her bullshit, but she's just cutting right down to the chase. She's not even trying to make some legalese. She's basically just saying that, yeah, I want to live in a world where pussy costs even when you're done fucking with it. Even when you're done messing with it, it still costs you something. Andre in the building with the $5 super chat. I already acknowledged that one. Mr. Tobert in the building with the $5 super chat. Shout out to you. Let me drop the where we at. Where we at? Where we at? Thank you for putting 5 on it. Shout out to you. Also, special thanks and shout out to E. Capone in the building. Says he got 5. Shout out to you. Shout out to Mr. Tober, Tom Chambers, Andre, and E. Capone. Shout out to each and every one of you. Appreciate each and every one of you supporting the stream. Let's get back into it. Let's get back into it.
I got a question for you too, though.
So going forward,
don't even make like I said.
Hold on. Going forward, don't even try to make a logical argument. Just saying.
I was just gonna say, Judge Judy says it best.
Just basically say
she don't deal in.
You want pussy. You want pussy to have payments after the fact. That's what you just advocating for that. That's all. There's no logical
argument. He's advocating for prostitution. Is that what it is?
Yes.
I want pussy to have payment when you're a wealthy man, and you should know better.
Crazy.
So you're advocating for prostitution, right?
Hold on.
You know better because his wife already took him
better
for his
than
money.
what?
Wait, guys, stop right there. Stop right there. Wait. Stop right there. Wait, pay attention. She earlier said, "Hey, just because you got money, this, and that." Now she's making an assertion: if you got money and you wealthy, you should know better.
All right. The question that I was trying to ask, and again, this is one of the drawbacks to when you got a lot of people on the panel. It's fun, it's entertaining, but you can't really pick apart or break down what somebody is saying. So I wanted to try to get wanted to try to pin her down on this, and I didn't really get a chance to. I was trying. Where she said he should know better. What is it saying that he should know better? Like I wanted her to explain what did he do that put him in a situation where he should know better. Like what did he do? What did he do? Other than just some very normal shit. that whole he should know better. Like that's what you say when somebody do something stupid. When somebody like really fuck up. Damn, he should have. What? Do you give her your barber's card? I have no idea what you're talking about. When I see Judge Zilla comments in the chat room, sometimes I stop and listen, but I stop and read it. Yeah. See, Pussynomics. See, that's why I read his comments, Pussynomics. But shout out to Andre for putting 5 more on it. I really want to know what is that know better? What is it? What is that know better? He should know better than what? Because like, okay, for example, if he gave her some type of legal power, like signed her name on something, put her name on something that entangled her into the money, into the books, into the contract, into something that had something to do with his, then it could be a situation where, hold on, man, you're a man with money, you should know better. But he kept her completely off the books. He kept her completely off the record. He put no papers on her. She put no papers on him. So I really wanted to break down what is this he should know better thing.
And I said Anton should know better too.
Indicating that wealthier people are typically smarter than non-wealthier people, right? That's your indication. No, if you it ain't rocket science. That's what you just said.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in the case that you already got fleeced for your money, wealthy man, you shouldn't let somebody come back in and trick you out of this same position, wealthy man. You should know better.
He didn't let somebody come in because he didn't marry her. He didn't do anything legally on paper with her. So it's virtually impossible to make the he should know better argument. He did everything that you're supposed to do if you're trying to make sure that you don't get cut in half or throw out the frame again. He did everything right, but she's still attempting to tear him out the frame, and this chick's still advocating for it. So the only logical conclusion that it would come down to is don't even ever let a chick live with you like that. I've been saying this for a while now. They be low key advocating for when the shit hit the fan, the arguments that they make is no different from the MGTOW arguments. No different. they will resort back to making the most hardcore MGTOW argument ever when shit hit the fan. Like that's very telling. That's very telling.
Anton should know better too.
Hold on. When you
said Anton should know better too, right?
Wait a minute.
So that's speaking more just to wealthy people in general.
When you say that
so we're
somebody
right
should
back
know
to what
better,
Aaron said initially.
Wait a minute. When you say that
Anton
somebody should know better,
too.
hold on.
Why? Why should Anton know? Hold on, G.
Go ahead.
I get it. You want to make a point, but give me a second.
Go ahead.
Why should Anton know better?
Anton should know better because he's had this platform long enough. He has all these people that are looking up to him, and he sees what happens to these people that have all this influence that's a little controversial. They start to lose their platform and lose their ability to speak how they've been speaking. So Anton
not to
should definitely know better,
oversimplify your
in my
point,
opinion.
but what you essentially just said, if you boil it down, what you essentially just said is exactly what Aaron said you said. Am I missing something, Aaron?
I don't think it's because he has
Or
money.
are you hearing the same shit I'm hearing?
There's people with money that don't know better.
Stop politicking, nigga.
They get on
What am I
here
missing?
and they don't know what they can and cannot say. Anton has been doing this for a long time.
Is a blind person blind?
Yep.
Absolutely. All right.
Yep.
There we go.
Anton
When
should
you
know
say-
better, in my opinion.
So
He's been on here doing this for
you're
a while.
you're advocating for
Take
prostitution.
men for their money. We hear your opinion.
I
Take men
advocate
for
for prostitution to be legalized also. So
all right.
When you say he should know better, when you
What
say
the
he should
heck?
know better,
I like her.
all right, I'm gonna bump it up. I'm gonna bump it up to another spot. Sir Tice in the building with a $10 super chat. I mean, no, $10 cash app. Do appreciate that. Do appreciate those of you that show support on the cash app end of the deal. Do appreciate that. Do appreciate that. I'm gonna bump this bad boy up just a little bit. It was a little back and forth right there that I don't care about. Let me bump it on up. We're gonna get to the part where they started kicking me off. That shit was funny.
So many options, right? So that nigga chose from what the
Well,
fuck
why
he
do you
had. I ain't
choose to
even
talk
mad at
while I
Clue.
was talking? Like
Well,
I
Uncle Tom got some fucking explaining to do. Clue, I understand Clue. That makes sense to me, right? Uncle Tom, on the other hand, nigga, we got some shit to talk
What
about.
you gonna say about Clue?
Oh, by the way, that's the Clue channel on there. Clue, I hope you're in the audience. Mr. Let Go of All That's Black, but you stay on the blackest of YouTube channels. I mean, it's just a weird thing. You don't identify as black. You don't like the term black. You don't like anything blackety black. Oh, OGJ Speed. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. Because you was over here and you was on Fight Club. So you are the one person who would know if that is true or not. Because there was a little debate over whether or not that was true. And I said it. I pointed out that I started that bounty stuff. All right. I started the bounty. They perfected it. They perfected it over there, but I did start it. So I'm glad you cleared that up. Because I wasn't over there to confirm when they started it. But you used to be on my stuff and they stuff. So you are the leading most authority on who started the bounty system. So I can claim that. I can claim that. You are the authority on that. You are the authority on that. JC said, I always say Bernard started that. Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. I didn't know for sure. They perfected it. I get on the props the way they do it. The way they do it is amazing. They perfected it. But I initially created it. But all right, let's get it going. They start talking about white girls and stuff. Whether or not white girls are worse. And I think I'm gonna make I think I got it in the it's gonna be in the clip where I make the case to the degree, and when Anton was up, he was making the case that white women are worse and they're more vindictive and more deceitful and will try to screw you over and just have you like they go for blood. They want you just ripped to shreds, living in a cardboard box. Where I argued, or I guess I put a finer point on his point, is that they do the work on the front end. They do that work on the front end to present everything well, get all the way in good, to the point to where they've earned trust of their men or whatever man is with them, to the point to where he feel comfortable, you know. He don't get scared by them legally binding documents at the courthouse. And then once shit goes south, or once she just emotionally change her mind, okay, now she's in position. They do more work to get in position to screw you over more. Black women are less likely to do that work. They will give you hell on the front end, so they never in position to truly screw you over. That's why they have to resort to, you know, to slashing up the tires, busting the windows, brick through the window. I bust the window out your car, the Jasmine Sullivan song. That's why they have to resort to that stuff, because they don't do the work on the front end to get in that true position to truly screw you over. Now, those that do, they do get in that position, but white women at a higher percentage rate do the work on the front end to get in that position to really screw you over on the back end if they want to. But they do divorce less. So, you know, you tomato, pick your poison. But you can get screwed. You can get screwed by them. You can get screwed by them. The old adage, don't be red pill for black women and then blue pill for everybody else. I don't even say that. We know that over here. But anyway, let's keep it moving.
Huh? What you trying to say about Clue?
I'm trying to say that Clue ain't had that many options.
Hey, most of you niggas can't get a chick.
All right, this dude here. Shout out to Clue. I didn't even know Clue be over there, but this dude here is saying this gentleman here is saying Clue right there with a white woman because he didn't have that many options, and then somebody else had some explaining to do because I guess he thought that somebody else did have options over there. Now, I don't know how that work. I don't know if men are looking other men up and down and drawing the conclusion that you don't have options. I don't know how he assesses whether or not Clue has options or not. Maybe he looked him up and down and was like, nah, you had to get whatever you could get, as if him getting a white woman is a lesser option. But if you got options of black women, now you got to explain yourself for being with a white woman. It's like, so I think that was the energy he was kind of coming with. But be that as it may, all right. All right. Car designer Chris in the building with the $5 super chat. Car designer Chris in the and J Speed, I saw that ridiculous text you sent me. I'm gonna get to that. Shout out to car designer Chris. Says, hell, stop this show. You giving them ideas, LOL. How am I giving them ideas? What idea is that? What idea is that? You talking about the bounty system? They already executing Order 66 on the bounty system, and they doing it well. They perfected that bad boy. So yeah, let me know what you mean by I'm giving ideas. Oh, never mind. I see what you're saying. You're talking about the black women. I mean, well, when it comes to black women, and whether or not I'm giving them ideas on how to, do the work on the front ends and get all the way in to screw somebody over, like that discussion already been had around here. We've had that discussion plenty of times. That's basically the the soft girl life is them low key trying to do that. And some would argue that when Kevin Samuels was doing his show, some people argue that he was basically giving women game on how to get in, how to act just right to get in good with a man who got something, who's worth a damn, giving them the game on what these women are looking for, just so they can put on a good show for 6 months to a year to 2 years, 3 years, however long it take. And then now they in there, then the mask can come off. Like that was already a huge debate. And so, yeah. Now, I still think it's a bullshit argument to me. Not a bullshit argument. I think it's sort of contrived, because I look at it from the perspective that what Kevin Samuels was really doing on a world stage at this, because his channel was that damn big, what he was really doing is dangling the carrot of the high value man in front of the face of black women to get them to come in and pull up a chair. And then what he really did is started debating black manosphere talking points. He started debating them on stuff that BGS, Obsidian, Angry Man, and a lot of other people kind of wrote the book on. He started debating them on that stuff. And that's what made everybody see it. That's what made everybody all through black YouTube start emulating the manosphere without claiming it and shitting on it at the same time while emulating all the talking points. Shout out to Mr. Lego. But you know, so that thing that you're talking about already happened. That thing that you're talking about already happened. So it's like that cat is out the bag as far as, you know, giving them ideas. A lot of them know the ideas. A lot of them know the ideas and the concepts. I don't even think it's like you either got it or you don't. Some of them don't know how to properly execute Order 66 when it comes to that. Some of them know how to some of them don't know how to execute Order 66 when it comes to that. They would rather use their feminine wiles to get you know, Instagram people sending them cash apps and you know, maybe a little OnlyFans money to get a little simps to trick off without getting anything in return. They'll use their feminine wiles to do that kind of thing. They'll use their feminine wiles to do that, to play the long game with the feminine wiles. That's like you either got it or you don't, and a lot of them don't got it. You know, that's the reason they'll use what they call it. I think they call it dark femininity. they'll do that shit, whatever that means. You know, they'll rather twerk their ass and get a come up off of that than to, you know, be sexy, look good, have all that ass, but act like a lady, and then get a man to marry you, and then, you know, and then execute Order 66. That's a long game that take discipline to do, and a lot of them ain't got it. A lot of them ain't got it. It's like you either got that or you don't. But shout out to BBB Backup Joint. And shout out to you. I think you was one over there dropping my links in the chat room over there. So I do appreciate that. He says, can you please unblock my main act, Big Bad Boy, so that I can chat and support you? Normally, I am a mod for Anton's channels and many others. Your mod Omega Dreads gaming channel can vouch for me. No doubt. I will do that. Hit my email with a reminder. Because when I was rewatching the show, I did see you posting my links down there. So I did appreciate that. And so yeah, I will. I don't know how you got blocked. You know, I don't know how you got blocked, but you know, I've had to do wrench purges and get rid of moderators because people be clowning, be blocking people for no reason. There are certain people that I do block for very particular reasons, but yeah, but no, I'll get on that. Send me an email reminder after the show. I can't do it right now while I'm doing the show, but just hit my email, and then when I see it in the email, then I'll go do it. I'll go into the analytics and do it. So all right, cool. But thank you for that $10 super chat. Do appreciate that, and do appreciate you dropping my links over there on when I was on Fight Club. Thank you very much. All right, let's dive back into it. Hopefully I got everything and got everybody squared away. All right, let's go.
Hold up.
Well, that's some bullshit.
I was with you for a while, but no, I had plenty of options. Like I said, most of you niggas can't get a chick to stay with y'all for 10 minutes. I done had mine for almost 21 years. I ain't got shit to explain to no nigga.
Wait a minute. Okay. Congratulations on a long, successful marriage. I don't know if that's the flex in the way that he's using it. You know, you could be married and get a chick to stay with you for 21 years. It could be because you submitted to her. You submitted to all her wills and all her demands and all her everything. I mean, that don't mean nothing. If you saying that I got a woman completely on board on my program, 100% submitted to me for 21 years, and she do what I say when I say it, and everything just work right and run through me and blah 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 blah, and I'm in control and I run this shit, then okay, then there's a different amount of respect that comes with that. But just saying I've been with the same woman 21 years, yeah, that don't tell us a whole lot. I'm not saying I don't know this man, but I'm just saying that in and of itself don't say a whole lot.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Fantasy.
Let me tell you something.
Hold on, Uncle Tom. Hold on.
I take a ride. I go jump in my truck and ride to the gas station, and I might trip, stumble, and fumble into 5 pussies on the way there. You hear me?
I'm happy
for you. Motherfucker. I ain't
That's
got
not what I said.
Oh, wait a minute. Did the 21-year married dude say that I might trip, stumble into 5 pussies on the way to the gas station? Yeah, is that the same dude?
Like I said, most you niggas can't get a chick to stay with y'all for 10 minutes. I didn't have mine for almost 21 years. I ain't got shit to explain to no nigga.
Hold on, Fantasy. I need to ask you a question real quick.
Let me tell you something.
Hold on, Uncle Tom. Hold on.
I take
my bad.
Oh, but no, I had plenty of options. Plenty of options. Like I said, most you niggas can't get a chick to stay with y'all for 10 minutes. I didn't have mine for almost 21 years. I ain't got shit to explain to no nigga.
Hold on, Fantasy. I need to ask you a question real quick.
All right, no, that was a different dude. All right, my bad. If it was the same dude that made that statement, I was going to call that out.
Quick,
let me tell you something.
Hold on, Uncle Tom. Hold on.
I take a ride. I go jump in my truck and ride to the gas station, and I might trip, stumble, and fumble into 5 pussies on the way there. You hear me?
I'm happy
for you. Motherfucker. I ain't
That's
got
not what I said though either.
But he never said it was human pussy. It was just gonna be cats and dogs and possums.
Not playing with me.
That's just how it get down.
I'm gonna stop talking. I'm about to overtalk niggas. It's crazy.
Respect to Uncle Tom, came through, dumped a super chat on it. He's saying, nah, she's on his program as well. Or I can't even see it now. He said, nah, she's on my program and a well-oiled machine. Absolutely. Okay, cool. That's what's up. I can respect it when I hear that. But we can have plenty of dudes who basically advocate for men submitting to women. Say, I've been married 20 years. I'm like, yeah, well, you've been her bottom bitch for 20 years. But no. If everything is running fine, I have no criticism of that. No criticism of that. But all right, let's dig back on in. Cardizana Chris says, trust me, if you've been married for 20 years, it's not all peaches and cream. It's not supposed to be. I mean, okay, I won't say it's not supposed to be. It's gonna be some problems. But so yeah, it's not expected to be perfect, but it's not always a flex. It's not always a flex. I'm like, listen, it be a lot of browbeaten, henpecked, beaten into submission men who, we can tell by their talking points what really goes down in their house, and they fake alpha beat their chest while making an argument that when you follow it all the way to its logical conclusion, they're basically telling other men to submit to women. So that just begs the question that, dude, you are submitted to this woman that you're with. It does elicit that, it does make one think that. It does make one obviously believe that. But let's go. Hold on, I said let's go. Why it ain't going?
Is this you? Enjoy 69. Enjoy come 69.
Enjoy come 69. That was my That was my OnlyFans.
Enjoy come 69.
That was
now apparently Daryl Long, because y'all seen come on my show before. I don't know how he found her. I don't know if that's her Instagram or her OnlyFans, but he found it and it's called Enjoy Come 69.
Was my that was my OnlyFans.
Enjoy come 69. LLC.
That was my OnlyFans.
Oh, you was dead ass serious earlier.
Oh no, she wasn't lying.
Oh,
she wasn't lying. Y'all thought that was a bullshit.
Could you elaborate on the LLC title and the name?
What'd you say?
Could you elaborate on how you got the LLC title and name and the company? Are you still running the company?
I chose that title because
don't even play like that, because I'm gonna call CID on you. Don't even play like that.
I can't hear you.
I did this while I was in the military. So
I'm gonna call CID on you
for the enjoy come, because I'm joy, and then enjoy come, just to make people think that I was gonna do more on my OnlyFans. But then when people signed up, they felt a little upset because I was just doing the same thing I was doing on Instagram. I felt like it wasn't a problem because at the end of the day,
all right,
I got my money quickly. I didn't lie and say that I was going to do anything extra with anyone. I didn't say anyone was going to be involved with me. So I don't feel like I did the whatever that girl did that pretended she was going to do something freaky on there just to get people.
Okay, so long story short, if y'all didn't catch that, she said she posted provocative pictures on her Instagram, started an OnlyFans called Enjoy Come, but said it was just to play on words because she's joyful and she wants you to come. And but she said, but I wasn't doing anything different on OnlyFans, which I actually partially believe her. Partially believe her because you can do tricks and tactics to get people to just pay the $10 to sign up. And she said she got enough dudes to sign up to where that allowed her to be able to pay for a boob job. But if she's in the business of boob jobbing, then chances are you ain't pay for them boobs to not make more money by showing the boobs. So I mean, it's like, cut it out. But all right. I ain't tripping. I just like to call out hypocrisy. When I catch somebody in the lie, I gotta mention it. I catch somebody in the lie, I gotta mention it. But all right, let's go.
People to sign up to her OnlyFans. I don't think I did that. I just
implied some things. You implied some things.
They were going to see more than what they saw. But
well, you implied that they would see more. And the fact that you was even doing that sort of tells me that if the price was right, you would have did more.
I don't think you understand that the price is always right for these guys. They always offer whatever. You either choose to do it or you don't. I had to know
I'm
that.
talking about the price being right for you to do the shit.
My pictures off of there, I can't say, oh, don't blackmail me. So anything I posted on there, I'm comfortable with everyone seeing. That's why it was the same as my Instagram. But
I'm saying they would have. I think she's talking past either she don't understand what I'm saying or she's pretending not to understand what I'm saying. But she's saying, no, I wasn't doing anything extra on the OnlyFans. But the mere fact that you're on OnlyFans, that means you're willing to do more if the price was right. You get on OnlyFans, you have a price. Even if you didn't plan on showing your titties and pussy lips or none of that, even if you ain't plan on doing that, if you're on there, there's a dollar amount that you will do it for. It's like, there's no way around that. So no chick can ever argue that, oh, I'm on OnlyFans, but I don't do this. Well, you do exclusively for the right price. There's no way around that. If I'm saying they would have got to see more if they would have offered the right price.
We can agree.
If you're on there, you have a price.
I'm on there because I'm comfortable with my nudity. I told my mom, my sister, my brother, and my ex-husband that I was going to start it before I started it. So
wait, hold on. You said comfortable with your nudity. You was on there nude?
There's not nudity on Instagram.
Yeah,
hold on.
Yeah, how to her shit lit.
Guys, just pay y'all $20 if y'all care that much.
Time out. Wait a minute. We got to catch it. She said it was nothing different.
Y'all paid the $20.
Quick,
Who paid the $20? Daryl, you paid the $20.
She said it was nothing different on there.
You paid the $20.
Wait a minute.
IG is all open.
She said it was nothing different on there.
$20 for the OnlyFans.
My mic ain't right. She said it was nothing different on there than what was on her Instagram, but then she turned around and said she's comfortable with her nudity. Then that would imply that it's not nudity on Instagram. So that means you just lied.
What I have on Instagram.
You have nudity on Instagram.
That's nudity. Do you see what I have on there?
No, I don't know you.
Okay, but it's lingerie pictures. They're saying that's nudity. So I was okay with that. They are saying that's still nudity, and they said that's still sex work, and I didn't care that they were labeling me as that.
Okay, all right.
It's like they just be it be verbal diarrhea where they just say words and they hope you just don't hear the inconsistency. And then when you catch the inconsistency, they cover up the inconsistency with another inconsistency, and they'll just pile more inconsistencies on top of that until you just get to the point where you just You just throw your hands in the air, just like, what? All right, I'm done. I'm out. It's like, it's like, it's like you just tap out. They just try to exhaust you. They just try to exhaust the discussion. They like, I'm gonna beat him with stamina. That's where they at with it. That's where they be at with it. The Uncle Tom in the building says, yeah, I don't do red pill talking points. I agree with you, big bro. Great show though. Cool. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support.
What do you think about the men that are just willing to pay for that?
I think they're good. We all need men like that. I love a good trick.
I beg your pardon.
As I always tell chicks when they say they like a trick, maybe they don't know what a trick is, maybe they're confusing a trick and a simp. But if they say they like a good trick, if the guy is tricking, if he's the trick, that would make you what in that equation? That would make you the hoe. That would make you the prostitute. And then when I basically say that, okay, if he's tricking and he's tricking on you, that would make you the prostitute. Then they cop a plea and then they say, oh, no, I'm not giving anything. Okay, so is he a trick or a simp? No, he's not a trick. Yeah, I'm at simp. It's like that has happened at least 5 times on my show where chicks basically acknowledge that they like tricks. I'm like, okay, but you know what that categorically makes you, right? And then they cop a plea.
It's worth $20.
Essentially, as listen.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Hey, Sharia, I want you to remember that nigga that said, I pay for it. I pay for it. If I want it, I pay for it. That nigga came from New Orleans. I want you to remember that. That nigga came from New Orleans. That nigga said he'll pay for it. If he want it, he'll pay for it.
Just that simple. How to? Little 20 ain't nothing. That's
Magnolia Slim said that.
It's nothing.
I just smoked $20.
Shout out to Uncle Tom once again. He's saying, bruh, I called cap on her all night. Nudity is nudity. Oh yeah, no doubt. Okay, let me make it very clear. I'm not reacting to this, trying to say, oh, y'all ain't say this or y'all ain't say that. I'm getting in the stuff that I would have wanted to say, but it'd be too many people talking at the same time, so you can't get in everything. Now, I'm not saying, listen, I know most of you. I know most of the people on the panel understood that she was on some bullshit, but I mean, you only could get so much in. So no, this ain't a shot at nobody. It's mostly a shot at her, and I'm mostly just reacting because I want my people to know on my channel that hey, I'll be over there. Come over there, check that out. So that way, when I get sniped, I got somebody to pay to get me back up. This is hashtag content strategy. No diss to nobody other than homegirl, Fantasy Island Girl, or whatever her name is. She the only one really getting dissed here. So yeah, we good.
Listen, get it how you can.
I'll be keeping my 20.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
It's gone.
I'm that nigga that make money when I go.
Matter of fact, I need $20. Aaron, I can borrow $20.
So, Fantasy Girl, were you doing like live cam shows or?
Pay the $20 if you care that much.
But she said she don't do it no more. So we talking about her past work. Aaron, relax.
So listen, what makes you think she won't do it? Offer her a different price.
I'm talking about what she used to do. Aaron, I got you. When you were working,
I never did live shows or anything.
Thank you.
I filtered people from my Facebook and Instagram because I had people on there. Okay. So I advertised those pictures. They all went over there. I got my subscription money and I got my boobies.
Man, we talking about some old bullshit right now.
She basically finagled and finessed a lot of dudes into paying for her boob job. It's a wild world out here. And that's why I'm divided on some aspects of it where you can criticize chicks. Yes, I will always criticize and call out chicks, especially when they lying and being inconsistent. But it's a lot of criticism on the dudes who are paying for breast jobs for titties they'll never touch or see in person. Like that. So it's like a part of me is like, you can't even knock the chicks. A part of me is like that. You can't even knock the chicks. Jetro Mullet says she didn't do anything wrong. I get it. The only thing that I will call them out on is like, okay, when we in a discussion about the Tiger Woods situation, and she's advocating for how and why this woman deserves to be able to take Tiger's money, and she's making a bullshit argument. I will call them out on their bullshit arguments. I will call them out if I hear an inconsistency where she's pretending like, oh, well, I didn't do this. I was just the same pictures, same nudity on Instagram is the same nudity on OnlyFans. I'm like, what do you mean nudity on Instagram? It can't be the same if it's nudity, because we know what nudity is. So you can't do that. Why the hell would J Speed call me knowing I'm on the damn show? Hold on. This Negro just called me. I call out bullshit and inconsistencies because I don't like bullshit when if it's involving men, because I advocate for men. So when somebody is spreading bullshit that involves men, I cut through the bullshit and I pick apart the bullshit and try to cut through right to the truth of the matter. Right to the truth of the matter. I pick apart the logic in arguments. That's what I do. But overall, at the end of the day, as it stands right now, if simps are willing to pony up money to pay for boob jobs for breasts that they will never see in person, you can't knock a chick for accepting it. You can't. It's like they're stupid. What I can do on my show is explain and pick apart and advocate for men to not be that stupid. And that's where I'm at with it.
You are a little
Black woman is
manipulative.
What'd you say?
Oh,
Would
shut
you
up,
say
Darryl.
that you're a little manipulative?
Bullshit.
Yeah, I think that was a little manipulative.
No,
but I don't
I'm saying,
think that...
what would you say you are manipulative?
Yeah, I know.
No.
You see how he said, do you think you were a little manipulative, and she tried to separate herself from it? I think, yes, I think that was a little manipulative, and Aaron O was right to catch her with the, hold on. You mean, do you think that you were manipulative? Good job right there.
How can you? Never mind. Aaron, I need the peace and serenity that you have, my brother. Loan me some of that shit, bro. This is
made it play like all the other women.
You come from Baton Rouge, you'll never have it.
And I wanted to
yo, why is it every fucking opportunity she get, bro?
I told you.
I don't know what's going on with Sherelle.
You called me up here. I was in the chat chilling. You called me.
Nah, man, it's always a dirty ass New Orleans nigga fucking everything up to somebody, man. Can't never
don't know
around
dirty.
these New
Nobody
Orleans
knows
niggas,
dirty
man.
until they've been to Baton Rouge. Okay,
Man,
y'all don't even got
come on,
sidewalks,
bro.
Y'all eat possum
man.
off the side of the road. Y'all hit animals in the street and then eat it for dinner.
Damn.
Just nasty.
Y'all having possum pasta?
First off, nigga, that's Bogalusa, nigga. That's we ain't got nothing to do with that. That's Opelousas and shit, nigga. I'm from Baton Rouge. We don't get down. Nah.
So since I got
shout out to Uncle Tom again. He says, hold on. Hey, I've heard a story or two, but I don't know if that's I haven't seen my own eyes if that's true, because I got off of there. But he says Daryl Supreme simp all night like crazy. Yeah, I ain't getting it. I ain't touching that one. But all right, you know him better than me. But he's been on my show before. I've talked to him, and yeah, so I ain't going there. Saying Yodi leather jacket was a problem. Hey, we about to get on that. We about to get into it. I'm gonna play it up until the point that I got kicked off. Then I'm gonna open the panel. I'm gonna play it up until the point where I got kicked off. Then I'm gonna open the panel.
Uncle Tom here. Do you agree with him that white women will do you dirtier?
I think they know how to use the system better than black women. Yes.
Bingo. They know how to do the work.
To God, we wrong too, Aaron. He praying to God, we wrong.
Nope.
White women know how to. White women know how to do the work on the front end to get in position to screw you over more. Black women, they will be hell on wheels on the front end to where they don't even get in the position to really screw you over. That's why they slashing tires and throwing bricks through windows and shit. Like, well, so yeah.
I was told a story today about,
and I think that was the comment that initially got me kicked off. I think right after I said that, I think somebody sent the Cash App to get me kicked off.
a black woman. This is coming from a cop. He said a black woman
LA told this story.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Okay, you don't believe it? Well, it's fine. You ain't gotta believe it. He said that he went to this call, right? And it was a domestic, of course, and they all both fighting. And she said that's why he sell drugs and went to go get all the drugs and put them in the front of the cops. And he took them both. She said, "You understand? I'm going to take you both to jail." She said she don't care. She'd rather be in jail. How stupid is that? Now, a white woman would have set his ass up completely, not been there at all, and just called it a day from there. Just saying.
Sent him on his way.
It's the same as my Instagram. My kids saw my OnlyFans.
Just saying.
Sent him on his way.
Yeah. All right, so
my
let's try this.
my kids saw my OnlyFans, I wouldn't be ashamed because it looks the same as my Instagram. I'm not doing anything.
Who's stuck on your OnlyFans? I didn't care.
How could they look the same? The Instagram allow you to post those.
Oh, now I'm seeing it. I just saw Aaron O get the message where somebody paid money. Somebody just sent him the Cash App.
Think they're gonna get more.
Sitting here watching it with a bird's eye view, I see what's going on. The way it worked, for those that don't know, some people from the audience can basically send money. Sort of like what I used to do with OGJ Speed. You can send money to get them kicked off the show. Somebody sent money to get me kicked off the show, but somebody spent money to get me put back on. Anyway, that went back and forth. I think that's I'm pretty sure that's a regular thing over there. They got a pretty airtight bounty system. It's pretty cool.
And then they don't.
Okay. So it's no situation.
You don't think that's like a scam? Hold on. It's
no situation where
I don't think so.
Can get more.
I didn't offer more. I just said, come look at my OnlyFans.
No, I'm asking you though.
It's a good thing that niggas like me don't trick, because I would have found you and asked for my fucking money back.
All right.
I would have needed that.
He's holding it up on the screen right there. Now, I didn't see this when I was actually watching. The show live, but somebody's paid $20, said Bernard need to go with that pleasure. They call him my jacket. And look, everybody compliment my goddamn jacket. Everybody like that jacket. I started to wear it again today. But somebody said $20 saying Bernard need to go with that pleasure. So yeah, so that was the initial thing. That was the initial thing. They hating on the jacket, but I think my comment about white women triggered them a little more than anything. It triggered somebody in the audience a little more than anything.
Wow, they really kicked Bernard off? That's crazy.
Hold on, let him look up.
That's who that nigga reminded me of. Darius Rucker. Darius Rucker. That's who that nigga reminded me of.
First time, but he a cool ass nigga.
Yeah,
but he got a good show though. I give him to. He got a good show.
That nigga set up crazy.
Yeah, he do got a
but
good show.
you know, so fantasy. I understand that you wasn't offering those things, but if a man came with whatever he came with, and he said, "Listen, I got this. Can I get this specific service?" Would you say yes or no?
No, they asked me to do a lot of weird stuff in my DMs. I told them, you get what you subscribe for. And they're like, why are you always posting the same thing you post on Instagram? And I didn't realize I had to post different content. I just felt like if they want to see.
How could you say she didn't realize she had to post different content, but she previously just said that she deliberately made it a name to, she named it Enjoy Come or something like that. And she said she did that because she wanted them to think that they were going to get different content. Now she's saying, I didn't know that I had to post different content. That was posting different content or making it look like you were going to post different content was your content strategy that made her enough money to buy some fake breast. But now she's saying, I didn't know I needed to post different content. It's like she just be lying with the straightest face and just the most just cool, just ease, just no hesitation. But anyway, somebody about to pay to get me back up.
I post on here, they can see, and I was archiving stuff. So like as they were the same type of pictures, but I would archive it. So you can see all of my archive. And I felt like that was fair. And
let me say, I didn't get a chance to shout out who that was. I know I've seen him over here before, but L. Nixon, the voice of reason, dropped $20 to bring me back. Shout out to you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. If you're listening, do appreciate that.
They said it wasn't fair.
You don't think that's a deceptive business practice?
That's not fair. You feel guilty, but I didn't feel guilty at first.
You don't think that's a deceptive business practice?
They got y'all niggas.
Whoever said she looked like Lamar Odom, yeah, dead wrong. Yeah, dead wrong. But I mean, okay, let's just say that's true. That just shows that a chick can look like Lamar Odom and get, I don't know what a boob job costs, 10, 15, 20,000. A chick can look like Lamar Odom and get $20,000 from the general plurality population of Negroes. Just let that sink in.
Man, y'all going real hard for OnlyFans right now.
Look,
I don't care about
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. I don't pay. Listen, if I go to a strip club and I gotta pay to enter, all the boobs and shit is free. I ain't paying another dime after that because I just paid to get in the door.
Hey, you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. That's your.
No, the jacket is never retired. I might wear it. I started to wear it today. I might wear it tomorrow. Just because of that comment. That jacket goes nowhere. The jacket is a permanent fixture. All right. I'm gonna get another one. I'm gonna get like a black and silver one. Because that gold and brown, I don't even know if that's gold, whatever color that thing is. The jacket ain't going nowhere. The jacket is here to stay. I just gotta get it in different colors. That's all. That's all I'm working on right now. I gotta get that jacket in different colors.
So y'all are so caught up on women.
I'm not.
Jeez.
Tricking is a serious disease, Aaron. We got to figure out a cure for it.
I already got my cure.
Stop being
I
a
don't
trick.
care. Like,
Some of these niggas might be pussless. I think that's what's going on because I heard a lot of simp shit off in the chat early on. Niggas is very interested and heavily invested in this topic right now. Niggas might be pushless, nigga. This sounds like self-reporting. I don't know.
This was in COVID time. We all were.
No, not no we.
All right. I understand what he's saying. If the whole energy in the conversation is, what's on your OnlyFans? I want to see it. I want to see it. What's on there? How much do it cost? I want to see it. I want to see it. I think that to me, that wasn't the energy of the conversation. To me, the energy of the conversation is you did some deliberately manipulative stuff to get guys to wherever the guys are that paid money for OnlyFans. She manipulated them into joining it so she could make money off the $10 subscription, because she made it seem as if this is the PG-13 version over here on Instagram. Come over to OnlyFans and you're gonna get the X-rated version. But there was no X-rated version. It was just bumped up to PG-13 or R, maybe. No, I think she kept it PG-13 on OnlyFans, allegedly. Even though I would argue that somebody paid the right price. They behind the scenes got whatever they wanted. That's just my theory. Just a theory. But either way, they're not basically saying, "Ooh, I want to see, I want to see, I want to see." They're basically just calling her out on her bullshit. But she's making it, just basically just calling her out for how she did it, and then acting like she didn't do what she did, and acting like it wasn't deliberate, and then copping a plea on it, then confessing, and then copping a plea again. More what I'm hearing is them just calling bullshit. That's what I was doing. But yeah, the dudes who just thirsty to see it as if it's not free breast all over the internet. It's like, yeah, that's why when she asked me, have I seen her Instagram? I was like, no, I don't know you. And I'm not going to go look. Hell, I think the link was in the chat. I didn't click on her. I didn't click on it. I have zero interest. Zero interest. It's breast everywhere.
Hey, who the fuck is we?
It's breast everywhere if you just want to look at something. So that's why I don't understand. I don't understand the people that pay for an OnlyFans. I don't understand the people who I don't get it. I, for the life of me, can't understand any of it. Any of it. I don't at this point in the game, I don't know how anybody is it people that pay like porn subscriptions, as if X videos and Pornhub don't exist. Like you can get porn free. You can get like everything is free on the internet. Like I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't know how chicks make money on OnlyFans. I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
If you were in the military, you didn't have no COVID time. Stop playing.
Yes, I was at home.
He said it like he had a full-time job.
No, je ne peux le français. Now, who the fuck is we?
Is she just trying to give a COVID struggle story as to why she
wasn't all? She was in the military at that. If you were in the military, you
is we?
Is she just trying to give a hold on?
Time we all
niggas and heavily invested in this topic right now. Niggas might be pushless, nigga. This sounds like self-reporting. I don't know.
This was in COVID time. We all were
No, not no we. Who the fuck is we? I don't.
If you were in the military, you didn't have no COVID time. Stop playing.
Yes, I did. I was at home.
He said it like he had a full-time job.
No, je ne peux le français. Now, who the fuck is we?
Yeah, so I know I heard that right. She was basically trying to say during COVID, during the pandemic, that was when I started my OnlyFans. Like, she just tried to give a COVID struggle story as to why she
wasn't all.
She just tried to give a pandemic struggle story as to why she had to start her OnlyFans, but she was military, and people in military, they was getting the check straight through all of that. That was damn near the only people that was good. People who was in the military. And hospital workers and people work at hospitals, like come on. Come on, you ain't thirsty for calling out bullshit when you hear it. You ain't cut it out.
Was in the military at that. If you were in the military, you didn't miss a paycheck at all. Stop playing with me.
Because they were on lockdown. So they were looking.
Damn. And now they did it again. Is for buy pleasure. They hating on the coat. They hating on the jacket. They calling it pleasure. Soon as I say something that makes sense, there's somebody in that audience that want me off of there.
Yeah, double back for it. That nigga thugging.
All right, if you say so. I mean, I got 2 kids that's in the military, and they sat in their rooms a whole lot. It didn't have nothing to do with it. And what I was saying is,
I'm just saying, you're saying your sons wouldn't have paid for somebody's own.
It's only white, so you might.
Uncle Tom, help me out with something, G.
Go ahead.
So since I reached fucking age around like 13, 12, something like that, saying frameless, pussyless, without pussy, and are fiending for pussy to such a degree that they paying just to see it.
I don't know. I've never paid to see some pussy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, it is look, we'll be talking about the data on here, how the percentage of men that's not getting sex. I still don't think that I still don't know how that justifies wasting your money on some OnlyFans stuff. But it is a fact that it is more incels than ever. It's more men than ever not getting ass. I always say, no matter how bumpy the terrain is, you got to roll your sleeves up, figure out how to drive on that motherfucker. Even if you mean getting the damn passport and flying over that bumpy terrain, go do whatever you got to do to to get whatever it is that you want. That's my position on that. But trying to connect with some chick on OnlyFans, that ain't it. Paying money to just see some chick on OnlyFans when it's millions of naked chicks all over the internet, that ain't it. Like, it's a few things that just ain't it that I don't get, that I personally don't get. And I think what it is, they go on OnlyFans, they be playing for, they probably be paying for like a girlfriend experience. They probably be paying to, a one-on-one chat, talk time. And I don't know what the fuck it is. I can't explain it. But there's an economy built around male loneliness, and the shit is weird. Shouldn't even knock it that hard. I mean, I try to sympathize with men in the struggles of men, but there are some struggles that I personally don't get, or I get the struggle, but I don't get the reaction or response to the struggle. If the response is to go to this chick Instagram and see that she got an OnlyFans and then drop money on her OnlyFans without and enough, so much money that she can afford to pay for a boob job that you will never see, like, that ain't it. So I got sympathy for male struggles in this modern time, in this modern world with these modern women, in this, I get it, but that's not the right response. It's just not.
You know what?
I'm a fat nigga. As a fat nigga, pussy is free if you want to watch it on porn. Like, exactly, on Pornhub or motherfucking all kind of shit.
I'm with
Ain't
fantasy.
No way in hell.
I support.
All right, yeah, I see it right there. Somebody said $20 to bring Bernard back. So I got knocked down for 20, got brought back up for 20, got knocked down for 20, then got brought back up for 20.
Support whatever she's supporting. That
no shit. We know you a goddamn
I'm with you there.
Jack Carter, man, you pull up on the panel, man. This man be popping big shit in the chat, man. I can't argue with no nigga that look like an actual Wolverine.
I'm a big ass trick for my wife. That's the only trick I'm for.
So his name is Jacques Cartel.
His name is Jock. I know how to say Jock.
No, it's Jacques Cartel.
Man, this buku niggas named Jock in Baton Rouge, man. I know how to say Jock when I see Jock. Hey, look, Jock, man. Check this out, man. Boy, you look like a whole barracuda in the face, boy. You hear me?
His name Jack.
Man, his name's Jock, man. Hey, look, man, Jock, man.
The man named Jack.
Man, that man name is Jock, man. I ain't even trying to hear all that, man. Look here. Jock, you look like a nigga that used to have beef with Boo Boo and Yogi, my nigga. You look like at some point, nigga, y'all went through some shit.
Did he say Boo Boo?
Huh?
You say Boo Boo?
Yeah, man, Boo Boo and Yogi, man. That nigga definitely had it out with him at some point, nigga.
Hey, Boo Boo.
What's wrong with that boy, man?
Rich Paul is going to be marrying Adele, right? What do y'all think about that?
Who's marrying Adele?
Love it. I love it.
Like LeBron best friend, manager. LeBron homeboy.
Wait a minute.
That nigga on your ass.
Y'all don't think he can do better than that, though?
Him? Yeah, I mean,
You said he could do better than Adele?
Yeah, bad bitch.
Adele?
That nigga look like that nigga Jock Carter looked like Rick Ross got liposuction, nigga. That nigga different.
You rich and have money. If it's
and she lost weight, you gotta remember that too.
Exactly.
Yeah, but when a woman loses weight, her brain is still fat.
I thought y'all didn't like them white women. Now y'all talk about.
Nobody said that.
My statement wasn't against white women. I'm just.
That's what we said.
No, somebody dropped $30. And he said the pleasure make his skin itch. Somebody dropped $50 and said the pleasure make the skin itch, and that was the end of my time on Fight Club. Even though somebody in the chat room said they would be willing to pay $150 to get me back up there, but I was like, maybe he did. Maybe I got a $150 credit sitting there at Fight Club. But either way it go, I was out after that one. But the link in the chat, anybody would have come up. But the last point that was made that I'll talk about, Rich Paul, that's LeBron's homeboy who's like a manager. He's deep in the business now due to his connection with LeBron. You know, LeBron worth a bill. He got a team full of guys that's worth millions. I think Rich Paul might be worth 100 million or something like that. I don't know for sure. Yeah, I looked that up for me and then drop it in the chat room. My argument is as simple as this. If you are a successful, rich black man who's 30, what is he about? About 37, 38 maybe. If you're a rich, successful black man who's about 37, 38 years old, you do not got to get with some 40-year-old recovering fat white chick. Like, she's a recovering fat girl. I mean, and listen, for a lot of people, if you got a chick that just lost some weight and if that body snapped back good, then no, rock with it. But what I'm saying is, Rich Paul, you're practically famous. You're LeBron's best friend, and you worth 100 million. You. That's what I mean. Like, you could do better. You could do better. Like, he's about to marry a chick as if, put it like this, if he was just like halfway in the business, halfway in the industry, you know, like barely worth $1 million, and he's on some male hypergamy. I'm about to marry this chick for her money because she's a national treasure and an icon. And you know, I could see that. I see the white dude who married Gabrielle Sidibe. You know, they ran the calculation. Somebody said he probably make anywhere from 150,000 to 220,000. Gabrielle Sidibe worth $5 million. I get it. You know, I'm not a hypergamous male like that, but I get it. I get it. Thank you. Right there, Stoner. I see you down there, Judge. I can bring you up in a second. Thank you. Okay. Adele is worth 220 million. He is worth 120 million. When you got 120 million standing on your own, you don't have to go do that. You don't have to go do that. Now, if you go to Adele's Instagram, it's some airbrushed pictures where she do look, you know, kind of cute. She look cute on her Instagram. But when you catch live in motion pictures, it's like she looked like a no longer fat chick that you could look at and tell she used to be fat. It's like kind of weird. It's like, you know, it don't all lose in the exact right way and proportions. Like her face and her head still look like sitting on a fat person's body. It's like something ain't right in here. It's probably loose skin. I'm like, it's like, no, man. Like get you. It's a white girl that you want. Get you a 25-year-old hot ass baddie that was raised in a good home. Dark Knight said, "Love don't have a price tag, Bernard." Yeah, but you got to let her get that close and entangled into your life for you to fall in love with her. And I'm like, so the only reason I could say that makes sense is he was on some hypergamous stuff. But the only way a man, like if he was worth 1 million and she was worth 200 million, I get the hypergamy. I get the male hypergamy. Go on and marry her. Go on and marry her and don't sign no prenup. Take half. All right, whatever. I don't roll like that, but do your thing. But he's already balling to where he ain't got to. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to go there. He didn't. But shout out to Judge Zilla in the building. What's going on? And I see. Hold on, wait. I see a lot of people. Let me get to the super chats. Because a lot of super chats that I overlooked.
Please.
Hopefully I missed. Hopefully I didn't miss too many of them. I saw Uncle Tom. All right, here we go. Sir Tyson building. He says, Bernie, can you read the bullet points on this link here? Call cap on. Hold on. All right, here you go. Let me make it bigger so I can see it. Says, Bernie, can you read the bullet points on this link here? Call cap on what she claims she makes on OnlyFans. Quantum Marketer.com OnlyFans. You gonna have to send that link differently. Actually, email me that link. No, okay. I just gotta drop it in the chat again because I can't pull it up from the StreamYard. So I gotta pull up a YouTube feed to do it. So just drop that again. And but thank you for that super chat, Sir Tice. Shout out to the Perfect Storm. He says Fight Club, aka Parkade Playgrounds. It's a mix of good conversation and fuckery, so I can't knock it because my show was I've had definite moments of being similar to that. But Stoner's Baked Lounge says that jacket should be retired. Oh hell no, the jacket is here to stay. I have to go digging for the rest of the super chats. I know I missed some. I don't got RM in the back right now doing my super chats for me, clicking on everything for me. But either way I go, we joined by Judge Zilla the Beast in the building. Go ahead. What's your take on any of the topics that we went back and forth on that from the Fight Club clip from when I made my first appearance on Fight Club, and apparently I triggered somebody in the audience. Like $90 got ponied up to get me off the show.
Yeah.
What's your thought?
So okay, well, I guess let me put it this way. In a world where one Michigan-based podcaster goes on to another Michigan-based podcaster's channel, one podcaster, Bernard Riley, regularly known in his ordinary male day life as Bernard Riley of the Bernard Riley channel, goes on to another podcast, Fight Club, but as his alter ego, Wavecap. Wavecap power. Wavecap's powers. A fade with waves so cold, they'll make you seasick. They will hypnotize you. With the other power being a beard game so strong it stops bullets. Equipped with an AI sentient hairbrush. And he kind of has a Dijon mustard, peanut butter colored jacket. That's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's fine. This man, this hero shows up to Fight Club with all the arguments, all the roasts, all of the niggatry. Bernard Riley is Wavecap, coming to a podcast near you.
I think that was one of your best ones. Now, apparently, some people didn't like it. The numbers went down while you were doing it, but even though we lost some people, I still think that was one of your best ones.
Hey, you swing and you hope it goes. You swing and you hope it goes.
I think that was one of your best ones. Now this gets to what Sir Tice was talking about right here. Where he's saying that he don't believe what the young lady claims to have made on OnlyFans. He wanted me to read the I guess the bullet points of it. Well, I'll just start right here. He says, over the last few years, the popular subscription-based social media platform OnlyFans has amassed over 1 million content creators. In addition to the platforms boast over 120 million registered users. 120 million registered users. God damn, that's a lot of people going on there paying subscriptions. Well, hopefully they all. Hopefully all 120 million not paying a subscription. Anyway, OnlyFans provided content creators a platform in which they could create exclusive content for their diehard fans. Demographic data shows that there are many creators that have made the platform their full-time job. And the company has garnered plenty of media attention because of stories like this. The article will talk about various OnlyFans statistics, and it's based. All right. I think this is the part he wanted me to read right here. This part right here. All right. Interesting OnlyFans statistics. The top 1% of creators take home a majority of the platform's commissions. OnlyFans takes 20% of content creators' earnings. The top creators on the platform earn around $100K per month. Per month. I hate when people don't pronounce the TH. Per month. I hate that I did that. Damn. Top creators on the platform earn around $100K per month. There are over 1 million content creators on OnlyFans. On average, subscription fees on the site are approximately $7.20. The majority of accounts. I think this is the part where that Sir Tice want me to see. A majority of the accounts earn less than $150 on a monthly basis.
Yes.
So I think that's why he's calling Cap. He's calling a lot of Kaepernick on her.
Now, there's a bunch of variables that can be put on that, right? Because she admitted to using deceptive business practices to get people over and in there, right? To pay the initial fee to get in there to be like, oh, I just saw. But again, like as you've said and as others have pointed out, Pornhub, YouPorn, X videos, right? Even Twitch to the effect. Like you have the availability. The only real difference is these are titties that might say your name occasionally.
Yeah, I think I was speculating that may be it. That they just don't want to look at titties. They want to look at the titties that's going to look right into the camera with real, starry, dreamy, doughy eyes and say, Judge Zell. I'm just using your name for an example.
Yeah,
but but you see what I'm saying. I think that's what it is. They can look at any chick play with her titties, but if they get to look at one play with their titties and say their name, I think that just does it.
Because I think there's even a workaround. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've heard that there's a Reddit, like you can go through Reddit and pretty much see anybody's stuff on OnlyFans because they pollinated over there.
Okay, let me tell on myself real quick. If you see a chick on Instagram and she just look real bad, like honestly, go type. Even though she's not even though she's not a porn star, even though she doesn't do literal actual porn, but she has an OnlyFans. If you go on X videos or Pornhub and just type in that Instagram model's name, you may find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos that some of her fans probably leaked onto Pornhub. So I'll tell on myself on, okay, let me not tell on myself. I've read that that's the case, that if you see a chick on Instagram that you really, really like, just type in her Instagram just type her Instagram name on Pornhub and you might see a video. I've heard that that's the case. All right. So anyway, so even then I'm saying that to say you don't have to pay for the OnlyFans.
Right. I don't again, I'm a guy who's never understood the concept of strip clubs unless you're doing what the strip clubs don't advertise they do. Right. And that's unless it's just window shopping to put down money for services rendered that are not on the bill. We'll put it that way. So
Go ahead, Judge. Go ahead, Judge.
Yeah, just to put a $20 bill into a woman's G-string who's on front of you moving naked. I don't understand. So I really, really don't understand OnlyFans or Twitch or any of that nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah. My man Sir Tice in the building. What's going on?
What's good? Long time no hear, Judge. What's good?
What's happening, Tice?
Yo, it's all good. Man, the reason I call Cap, not only just for those bullet points, but it's oversaturated. It's kind of like the strip business. A chick can't stay at the same strip club, for more than 6 or 7 months a year because the dudes who go into that, they get tired of them. And that's why they got to move around. There's not, as you said, there's too much free content out here for everybody to be getting paid. I'm not trying to shit on that chick, even though she made a shit ton of dumbass points, but there's nothing special about that chick that, dudes would pay for, so now
I just remembered campsites. There's campsites.
Exactly, man. Yeah. So,
that's technically what OnlyFans is it not?
Well, it's one of many cam sites. The way that the porn industry works is basically you go to the free sites, and all those free sites have links to subscription-based sites. And they want to get you in on the subscription because, when people do those subscriptions, it's like set it and forget it. And that's how they generate their revenue, and it's very lucrative on this. But as far as the individual performers, unless you're really a top model or things like that, when I say a top model, top nude model, man, so she wants us to believe that she got 15 to 20 G's for her boob job. I give her 5,000 tops. That's all I'm saying, but I don't believe none of these chicks when they say, because I know some people just, out of my social interactions who've tried it and they've said they've given up because they weren't making it. Then I found that link right there, and it just confirms what it is. You guys there?
Yeah,
he's on. My bad. I'm muted.
That's what.
I had
go
muted.
Ahead. Go ahead, Judge. My bad.
Go ahead.
No, you were talking on mute. You were on mute.
Oh no, I was going to pass it to the judge. I didn't know if he was trying to jump in, but no, I agree. I concur with what you're saying. I didn't know that strippers couldn't strip at the same place for more than 6 months.
Let me say something.
That's a new one on me.
Let me add something to this also, and don't ask why I know what goes on in this business. It's what Omega Dreads just said in the comments. All the porn actors like the Jada Fires and all this. I don't know the new ones.
You kind of old school.
Yeah, the Jenny Peppers and all this. I'm dating myself, bringing her up.
Jenny Peppers, golly.
Yeah, but porn was really their advertisement for their tricking. I mean, not tricking, for their escorting. You can literally go to various sites right now, and you will see these porn stars, and you can pick them up. $1,000 here or there. I need to look up exactly what it is, but that's pretty much so. I think, like he said, they may be doing other things on the side, but it ain't their OnlyFans subscriptions that's making them all the money.
So are you gentlemen familiar with Scores?
Yeah,
gentlemen,
of course. The chain,
yeah.
The titty bar chain.
Yes, that used to, like, the model used to be, right, is the women in porn, right, would go to establishments like Scores and maybe below them, right? Because what they would do is they would go and dance, like Sir Tice is saying, right? They would literally, like how comics do tours, strippers would do tours porn stars would do tours like that, right?
Yep.
Right? So that they could get themselves at the club, right? They could do sideline activity, and they could push their merch, which was their DVDs, or depending on how far back you go, VHSs, right? Like, that's how they would do it. And then later it turned into their websites, and now it's turned into their OnlyFans. But there comes a point in time in which, like, I've seen, right, people have an attention span with this stuff. So I've seen these titties already. I've seen this vagina already. I've seen everything already.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something now, dude. I'm looking for something new now, and so that's why they would have to go to tours. They could be like 3 weeks at one at one location, but that's one of the ways that Scores got it, because Scores opened up. They kind of got it, exclusivity, because they opened up a bunch of franchises in a bunch of different states and cities, and they were able to facilitate that tour for those porn stars. That's one of the ways that became a notable chain for that. On top of, usually a Scores is probably going to be the best strippers you're going to see in your area.
And keep this in mind also, that's on the white side of the sector too. Whereas brothers are notorious for being cheap, if you will. You know, I'm not saying that they're not spending money on strippers or whatever. I'm saying, but nowhere near is what white guys are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a long-standing thing. You know, Negroes, Negroes don't be trying to spend money. I didn't even, we don't have to get into the whole prostitution business.
Let's assume that's what she's saying is true.
No black men.
Let's assume that's what she's saying is true, though. You made a great point. You did make a great point. If we assume what she's saying is true, right? This woman, who, again, she needs Bernard Riley's barber's card. Like, she does hold a strong resemblance to Lamar Odom. You know, is able to generate enough interest to get people to pay enough money for her to get a boob job, on top of whatever else she may be utilizing the money for.
Yeah.
That, if that's not like proving that women have life on easy mode, I don't know what else is.
Yeah,
I'll admit, I do blame men for this. So the point, I don't know if you made it, Bernie, on there, or you kind of can't be mad at women for doing this, or those who do it, because there's tricks out there every day. But back to the distinction between black guys and white guys, you know, it's that running joke or whatever. To get that $20, she got to bend over, do a bunch of, you know, cartwheel tricks, where a white girl, all she just got to do is a dumb little twirl and all that, you know. And those dudes are easily paying out much more different, you know, than how black men are, because we're stingy. Is it a delay or something for you, Bernard?
No, it's not a delay. I'm getting distracted. But yeah, multitasking. So I do apologize. I mean, it could be a delay. It could be a delay, but no, I just got a message in the private chat and was asked to somebody wants me to read something. But anyway. All right. But anyway, shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Luke Casely. That was the super chat that I missed. That was the super chat that I missed. One of the topics that came up, and I don't even know if y'all came up to Body Thug said Bernard on OnlyFans. Cut it out. Cut it out. No, that's one thing.
Hey, thanks for letting me up, Bern. Oh, Bern, I sent you a cash app too. So
I'm yeah. Thank you. Appreciate
all right.
that. Appreciate
all right.
that.
Hey, salute, Judge. Salute, chat.
Hey,
hey, what's your 2 cents on that? On the whole the last topic that came up on the show, where a lot of the guys on the panel, when they had talked about Rich Paul, who's worth $120 million, one of LeBron's best friends, who's like a sports agent and all kind of other stuff right now, worth a shitload of money. He's supposed to be marrying Adele, and I was like, he could do better. What's your thoughts on that?
Maybe he had his, maybe he had all his money in Silicon Valley Bank. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't, like maybe all his money was in Silver Lake, Silicon Valley Bank, and Signature, and he's worried. I don't know, because it doesn't make any sense to me that a dude that is not only in the 7-figure club, but in the 9-figure club, needs to marry another woman in the 9-figure club.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if she gets her master's, I mean, there's probably a lot more coming from that. But I still
what masters? What I got to do anything?
like maybe that she has a lot more money coming, but again, you're already in the
you're talking about in music.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant like a master's degree. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? But yeah, that's the thing, owning your masters in the music.
Like there were so many. Like if you just wanted a singer, there's a whole lot of white singers that up and coming wannabe singers, right? That are in that better body, better builds.
In the better body bureau.
Yeah, like and way more probably way more accommodating, than than somebody who's probably likely a diva who's not. I don't know, man. I can't understand it.
Yeah, no, I can't either. I can't either. I looked at that and I thought, I was like, a bad move. Bad move. I have high standard. I mean, it's funny, weird saying you got high standards for somebody else. I have really high standards for rich black men. I do.
Outside
I don't even know if that makes sense. I don't even know if that makes sense. But go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
You keep pausing and I keep trying to jump in.
Go ahead.
My bad. Outside of, again, the only positive I can see is outside of the risk, is the elimination of the risk that she's going to take him for money.
Yes.
In the event of the dissolution of the marriage.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about it right there. Now, I just pulled up a random picture, like this rich $120 million black man, best friends with LeBron James, just basically just got a pudgy, recovering fat white chick. And it's funny because it's normally a sign that somebody got with the woman that they were with before they had money, is that if he comes up and he's worth a lot of money, and his woman looks real average, what he got with her when he was an average guy,
right.
And because he's loyal, he stick with her and marry. He married a high school sweetheart. He married a college girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I can respect that. I can respect that loyalty to go ahead and commit to the one that was with you before you had it. I respect that kind of loyalty, but so I was thinking to myself, it'd be a funny situation because Rich Paul stayed single. He stayed single his whole, life until he got $120 million. It's just going to be an interesting thing. He'll be walking around with a badder chick than LeBron, but they're going to women side by side with each other. And no, the chick LeBron pulled in the 11th grade is looking better than what he could pull at 120 mil. Like it's like that's where, again, you could say what I'm saying is being petty. I have really high standards for rich black men. You don't go get a polished Rosie O'Donnell when you're a black man worth $120 million. That's just where I'm at with it.
I mean, obviously he looks at it differently, and I guess maybe the lens he's looking at it. Remember A Few Good Men, right? Remember Jack Nicholson's character?
Yes.
Right. Remember when he said, have you ever had the privilege of getting a blowjob from a superior officer? Like maybe it's that attitude, like okay, I'm here, she's here, status wise and money wise, and maybe that's the deal. I don't know. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, some dudes are hypergamous and they look at women on some status type stuff. They do.
And again, like I said, like the she's not going to take me. I can see possibly the logic in him thinking she's not going to take me to the cleaners because she can't. And maybe this will mean that our relationship will work. We're both high status individuals. And maybe that's. But again, when you see the relationships, industry relationships, that's not a big. There's not a big longevity curve for people who marry from entertainment industry together.
Yeah, homeboy in the back. I'll say Eric. I'll let you up, but you got to turn your camera on in the back, because I mean you got to troll avatar and troll name, but it's kind of funny. But yeah, you got to turn your camera on in the back or something. I'm just leaning towards not letting you up. But anyway, Aunt T in the building. Go ahead, man. You got
what's going on, Bernard?
What's going on?
Judge Zilla. Okay, so this is why I came up, and I think that's something we kind of need to get off of is judging the next man's wife. So the way I feel about his wife, whether or not I think she's attractive enough for him, that's a 7-figure dude. He could pretty much have his pick of the litter. Like he can have whatever he wants, and that's what he chose. So if that's what makes him happy, if that's what he wants, I'm cool with that.
Well, no,
go ahead.
I don't think we're doing that necessarily. I think we're going more along like if you were in his shoes kind of situation. Like, we're basically saying, we're basically doing what we used to do as kids on the bus, right? That's my car, right? You know what I mean? Like, we're not saying that somebody's wrong for getting other cars or even that car. It's like if you were in that position with 9 figures. Then is that something that you would consider? Is that something that you would do? And if you
that's
would,
a great question.
What would be the arguments for it? Yeah.
Now, I'd be more than happy to answer that question. If I'm in that position with 9 figures and she wasn't with me before I had 9 figures, I'm talking about before I had 6 figures. I'm not getting married at all.
I hear you.
That's just me personally. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't see no reason to mess up what's going good.
DiCaprio out. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and I hear you on that. The reason I don't necessarily care for the argument of, hey, if that's what a man like, I get that. I do think that there's a lot of black men that have low standards or low value of themselves, and they don't. If we can look at men of other races and we see them doing that less, if we tend to see them doing that less, then it does say something that's going on in the mind of black men. Like some people would say that, I remember Chris Rock made a joke saying a black man will drop kick. I don't know what pretty black woman he said. Let's just say he'd drop kick Tyra Banks to get to Rosie O'Donnell. And I'm like, that's some bullshit. Cut it out. Black men, it ain't that. They ain't obsessed with black men. Ain't obsessed with white women like that. But I do. I don't think what he said was true, but there is something there where, black men is almost like even when you reach the top of the top, you still end up expected to, accept less, accept the baby mama, accept the overweight white chick, accept this, accept that. And it's just like, come on, dude, you got the world is your oyster. The world is your oyster. So that's how I look at it. But look, as an individual, if a man is happy, the man is happy. But I do analyze just how the optics of how black men move in general, So you could take the heat off of him, but just look at it broadly and like, nah, that ain't the move to me.
Now, but no, I would say this.
Go ahead.
Now, I would say this right here. When you're talking about Rich Paul as opposed to being with somebody like Adele, you got to keep in mind you're going to have a lot of just women in general that just don't fit into that lifestyle. You don't have the parties. You're not used to hanging. Like, you're not really used to being around celebrities and stuff like that. So for the most part, most normal baddies, Instagram model looking chicks, they're going to get starstruck when they come to them parties. Or they're going to be ready to do something strange for some change. They're not going to be comfortable in those environments. Adele is comfortable in those environments. So, what I'm saying? She's a 7-figure chick, at least. You know what I'm saying? 7-8-figure chick.
Nah, she worth 220. Yeah. She worth 120.
That's what I'm saying. So at that point, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they do connect on some other level that has just it's more than just the physical. So I'm just saying you got to look more like a little deeper into it than that.
Okay, so your point, right? And I get what you're talking about, Instagram models, but at those same parties and those same environments, right, are also Victoria's Secret models. Who are used to having that money, used to being in that environment, used to being around celebrities and important people, and aren't starstruck, right? They're like there's still other people that are in that environment that are, and again, for all we know, Adele is the coolest chick on the face of the planet as far as relationships go. Like, again, if he's happy, he's happy. Would that be the route I would go? On the surface, probably not.
Yeah. Overall, yeah. That's where I'm at with it. But again, that was a smaller. Okay, there go E. Okay, E Black. That's my homie. I met him in person, but he be sipping. He says, "BR, that's Adele. Come on, man." Yeah. Shout out to E Black. shit, I forgot what was the other topics. I'm about to wrap this up real soon. I'm gonna say real coon. Wrap this up real soon.
Freudian slip like a mug.
But to wrap this up real coon in 7
Interracial
minutes.
dating. Interracial dating. Trigger the coonisms.
I gotta get that one to SKC. SKC need that one. I gotta hand that one off to him. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot what else.
The medulla cumblata.
Goddamn. Actually, I guess I'll kick it to you on the last thing that we was talking about. The whole OnlyFans thing came up. A chick was basically saying, okay, she put sort of sexy pictures on Instagram and then made like a provocative OnlyFans title to get dudes to go over there, and then paid a $10 subscription. And she allegedly got enough dudes to do that to where she was able to pay for some fake breasts. We was breaking down we were trying to understand the logic of the man in this modern time who's paying money for an OnlyFans subscription when everything is free nowadays. It's all the porn is free. Everything you could get you can get videos, images of whatever kind of woman you want. If you into damn cockeyed albino midgets, that you could find that. You could there's a whole category for it somewhere. Why is dudes you get whatever you want? Why help me understand why is dudes paying for this shit?
He getting interaction from her. He got to be getting some kind of interaction. It's just he's not just getting a picture or something like that. And I'm not agreeing with it, but she's likely hitting him up saying good morning or something like that, lying like she actually cares, or you know what I'm saying. And maybe he feel like they friends or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This is probably from dudes that have no friend, like they have no life outside of the internet, and this is the only woman they interact with in any way, shape, or form. It's bad, but that's likely the truth.
Damn, yeah. Hood Servers saying they love starved, and it's crazy that men are. I think we're in that place. Men are starving more for love than what they starving for just some pussy.
But just like you said too, it's OnlyFans. So hey, if he's not paying, his subscription is gonna go down, or she might not give him the same attention as she's giving some other dude that's actually paying that. And like I say, it's probably just a couple of text messages, or you know what I'm saying, just DMs or whatever. And it might not even be her sending. It might be her homegirls, or she might have a damn team sending.
She got a team of people sending out mass good morning text to dudes.
Yeah, she might have an automated system doing it.
Oh my god!
You can set that up. You know what I'm saying? It's an automated system. Just send them out at certain times. You know?
Yeah, it's all bad out there. It's all bad out there. But I'm about to get up out of here. Thanks
for having me up, man. I appreciate you.
Yep, no doubt.
Peace.
All right. Yeah, peace. All right. We're about to get out of here. Homeboy. Yep, I wouldn't let you up. Welcome aboard, RM. Came in just a teensy weensy bit late. I'm about to end the stream. But I actually will be on later tonight though. I'm doing another show later tonight. Shout out to Hood Servative saying dude texting each other good morning. Oh, that's a sad day in manhood. Dude's got an automated system ran, operated, and managed by other men texting a group of men good morning, and they texting him back good morning. The chick ain't nowhere near it, you know. Goddamn. But all right, we're about to get up out of here. I'd like to thank everybody who participated in the stream today. Appreciate each and every one of you, everybody who supported the stream in any way, shape, or form, whether you super chat, cash app, like, share, subscribe, did anything to support this. I do appreciate you. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Peace. We gone.